So Precigen is trading at 93 cents at the moment, and I've mentioned in previous videos that they're focusing all their resources on the commercialization of Precigen 2012, which is the top one here. And you can see right here they've been submitting sections of the biologics license application, the BLA, to the FDA under an accelerated pathway in order to get this treatment to market as quickly as possible. And so what the accelerated pathway enables Precigen to do is it enables them, as they're making developments or progress with Precigen 2012, is to submit this progress incrementally to the FDA. The standard process is that you're supposed to submit all of your research, all of your findings at the very end. And so by using the accelerated pathway, this gives Precigen a level of advantage. And this is something which is only really allowed in very certain or specific circumstances, when there is a drug or a medication that is being developed at the moment, which is very unique, which is addressing a critical issue or a critical problem. So this is a kind of unique opportunity with Precigen 2012. And so you can see from this press release on the Precigen website, they expect to complete and submit everything needed for this BLA under the accelerated pathway in the second half of 2024. And so the approval of Precigen 2012, which is going to fill a serious unmet medical need, is a critical kind of catalyst which is going to see the share price spike, simply because it's going to be the first treatment on their portfolio that is kind of certified by the FDA and is ready to be marketed to the public. And so another thing to note with this pipeline is, yes, of course, they've ploughed all of their resources into focusing on the commercial viability of Precigen 2012, which is the top one here. But it's also worth noting that Precigen 2009, these two, they're still in development. And you can see it here where it states on this press release, the company plans to continue Precigen 2009 phase 2 trials under cooperative research and development agreement. And so they have an agreement, they're working in collaboration with the National Cancer Institute on this Precigen 2009 adenovirus. And so you can see right here it says Precigen 2009 clinical trial enrollment at non-NCI clinical sites will be paused. And so what this basically means is that the Precigen sites where they've been undertaking the research and work to develop this treatment, those sites will be paused. But the NCI are actually going to continue with this research in the meantime. And so those programs are still in development, and it's actually just that Precigen, like I've said in previous videos, they're just focusing their money and their team on getting this critical Precigen 2012 so that it's ready to be marketed and sold. And you can see down here that they're also actively seeking partnerships and strategic collaborations in the development of their Ultra CAR T programs as well. So Precigen 3006, 3005 and 3007, all of these, they are actively seeking partnerships or collaboration in order to advance these programs. And so one of the things to consider with all of this, which I don't think many people think about, is that Precigen are holding on to a lot of work, a lot of intellectual property. They would have made a lot of advancements over the last, let's just say, 5 to 10 years with these Ultra CAR T programs. And a lot of the assets that they hold, the intellectual property, this is going to attract partnerships by other pharmaceutical companies who are also working in this field as well. And so Randal Kirk, the majority shareholder of Precigen, who holds 10% personally and a further 40% through an LLC called Third Security LLC, which you can see here, you know, he has made his $1.3 or $1.4 billion fortune in the pharmaceutical industry. And he's known for leveraging contacts, collaborations, and partnerships in order to help him in and advance some of his programs as well. When he sold New River Pharmaceuticals to Shear PLC for $2.6 billion, you can see right here from this article that it states, Shear PLC announced it would acquire Philadelphia-based New River Pharmaceuticals for $2.6 billion in cash in an effort to gain full control of a drug targeting ADHD. This move follows a collaborative agreement between the two companies that led to the development of the drug known as Vyvanse. And so as you can see, you know, Randal Kirk has this experience of the past of being able to collaborate with other pharmaceutical companies. You know, he's collaborating with the NCI at the moment to advance his pipeline, which in turn, in the past, it's actually triggered an acquisition where Randal Kirk has sold up for 2.6 billion. And so I think, you know, one of the things to really take a look at is if Precigen 2012 is approved by the FDA and they start making moves to make that commercially viable and open and available to the public, combined by securing some potential partnerships with their Ultra CAR T program, this puts them in a very, very strong position. On top of that, what's really interesting to note is they already seem to potentially have a partnership with Merck already. And if you look for Precigen on Simply Wall Street and you go down to the shareholders section, you will actually see that Merck already hold a 7% stake in Precigen. And if you don't know who Merck are, they are a multinational pharmaceutical company. They have a market cap of around 260 billion and they're trading at around $100 a share at the moment. And so in terms of potential collaborations with Precigen on their Ultra CAR T programs, I would say that Novartis, Gilead and Bristol Myers Squibb are probably the three most likely to come into a collaboration with Precigen on the development of those kind of treatments in their pipeline. And so the reason being is that these three companies already have expertise in the development of CAR T therapies, of gene therapies, and non-viral treatments as well. And so naturally, I will keep you posted on updates and developments with Precigen and all the other stocks that I'm tracking as well. And also the strategies that I'll potentially be employing in the future as well, based on how the stock market changes and also new companies that I identify that I really think have something compelling to offer to the market as well. But look, thanks very much for watching. Have a great day and see you in the next one. All the best.